You had a good rest?
Oh yeah, actually, I was a bit worried because I thought I missed the call.
Oh, glad you're here now. I took myself a 2 hour nap too about an hour ago and got up, and I'm feeling better now.
You definitely will when you get that nap in you. It's a battery recharger.
Yeah, indeed. I was very busy today, so did laundry, some errand, and it was very exhausted. So I really needed a power nap. So I'm glad I did. So how about you, Ban? How you doing?
I'm good. I didn't really get a chance to nap today, but I know I'm going to get a nice sleep tonight. I can feel it. I'm going to get a good one.
I was already sleeping, so I'm gonna still be sleeping while I listen to you guys talk.
Okay, no problem.
Run it, Van. Stop being silly.
Hey, y'all. What's up? I see you. Hey, guys. So, how's everybody doing?
Good.
I think, I guess you answered that already, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, so, day 16, y'all. You know, an accomplishment no matter what, no matter what your journey, no matter how many you got in, no matter how many second part two, part three, intermittent, however, it's a hell of a feat, a hell of an accomplishment. Nonetheless, nobody can ever take that from you, you know. Um, I wanted to talk about taking on the fasting lifestyle. You know, um, I look at it as prevention before intervention. I always talk about wanting to prevent or put something in the bank for my retirement, health wise, and this is my way of doing it. Once I adopted this lifestyle, for me, we all think about how are we going to retire and what kind of money are we going to how we're going to live and our livelihood, but we don't really think about our health, a lot of us. And I think that this is one thing that you can adopt and go at your own rate of speed. Um, and like even if you fast every 10 for 10 days every season, that makes up 40 days for the year. I think that that too can aid in purifying your body, because for me fasting is a process of purification. And I was listening to some of the old um, the last fast we did with Christopher, and he was saying how every 91 days, if you did a 10-day fast, it's every 91 days your blood is replenished. It's almost like you're a brand new human being. So I think that's very doable. And after I do this 40, coming up with him, I think after that, for the year of 2016, all of next year, I'm just going to do a 10-day fast 4 times with each season, or new moon, or however you want to put it. And that'll be my journey going forward, to at least fast for 40 days for the year. So what are your thoughts, guys? Like, what do you see for yourselves after this?
Yes,
Just off the top.
definitely. I agree with you. I was thinking about doing like every beginning of the season, like equinox and whatever the spring, the fall, beginning of the season. I like to do like a 7 to 10 day fast. I think that would be, great idea.
Yeah, I agree with Mickey. Maybe like an intermittent fast. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10, maybe even 14, depending, like, and seasonal is a good idea actually, because, our body changes, and I think our mood also changes and pertaining to food depending on the season. You know, like when it's winter, you want to just like curl up and just eat, and you know, you don't necessarily have to do that, but I know a lot of people do. And then when the summer comes out, you know, and that for me as well as like being a part of my yo-yo diet, not dieting, but you know what I mean, yo-yo. I guess you could say dieting sort of thing, because not that I diet. I like to call it a health plan. Excuse me, but you know, yeah, I like that idea. And I think coconut water is another thing I'd like to do. Like I want to try and I missed the call to call them yesterday, but I'm thinking of calling this shop down the road and seeing if they can order me some coconut in bulk, like fresh coconuts preferably, or what deal they can do, you know. So I'm just wondering how many I'll need. I'm thinking like maybe for a week or so, or like, you know, 5 days or something, I could do coconut water. I know in PR I did, I think, about 5 days on coconut water. That was great. It was so good. That's all I felt I needed anyway. It wasn't a challenge. I think water is more of a challenge at times because it doesn't have those, you know, it's not really alkalizing. It doesn't have those, unless you're using the alkaline water, but it doesn't have the electrolytes. It's just nourishing, and that's about it. Anyway.
What about you, Scott? What do you see for yourself after this?
Um, well, like I said, I'm gonna continue to the 28th, to the end of this month, February. I'm already gonna be going to St. Croix, so I'm gonna break. I'll probably do fruit and salad and see what else I can organize. Then I'll be off to New York, and so I don't know that probably be anything goes. When I come back, I'm actually gonna continue fasting from the 11th to the 20, probably like a 10-day. And then my birthday comes up. So,
I might join you in that.
oh really? Yeah, and then after that, I probably will be good for the moment, and then I'll start my fat flush, low carb, vegan, and vegetarian. Maybe a little bit of, maybe a little fish just to make it, you know, for the household and stuff, and then maybe, um, you know, my coconut milk smoothies and stuff, low carb, no bananas, that kind of thing. And I've been reading. I studied for like 3 hours today the glycemic index. So I was just looking at all the different foods that I eat and what they rate on charts, you know, in terms of the glycemic index. So, you know, there are certain things that like olives have like a 1. So I would be eating olives a lot and coconut milk and, you know, little on the lentils and the beans if I love beans. So, you know, and in terms of the next fast, I probably won't do anything again until June if I decide to do the Christopher Aaron's fast again. But I do enjoy the fasting. And of course, you know, coconut milk, not coconut water for us is like lemonade in other people's house, like Kool-Aid. So the coconut water man does home delivery. So he comes by all the time, and we just get a gallon or two. So drinking coconut water for me is secondary to water. So that's always around. I have to check the glycemic index. I think it's still low though, but I'm gonna check because I'm gonna be hardcore with that because I know it works, and I'm just gonna do it.
Well, what
Lucky
about
you.
go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Sorry. Lucky you regards to the coconut for you to getting that so easily. And you mentioned about coconut milk smoothie. How do you make it? Do you put the real coconut milk or are you using the canned coconut milk or something? Can you tell me briefly?
Sure. Um, so I'll do either or, just depending on availability. If I can get a coconut, like at the store, the brown coconut, then I'll make some coconut milk. I actually make it in my juicer because I can grind up the coconut in the juicer, and I can do it a couple times, and I make the milk that way, and then I put it in a container and put it in the fridge. And then I'll just add it as like you add any liquid to your smoothie. But instead of putting like banana and papaya for my smoothie fruit, I would use the coconut milk, and I would do a very low glycemic smoothie. So I might have like some Sun Warrior powder. I might put a little bit of apple or pear in the smoothie, the milk, and maybe sometimes I'll put a little cocoa powder unsweetened, and then I'll put like 2 or 3 packs of my stevia, and that keeps the glycemic index down. If I do and then sometimes I even throw spinach in that. So, and then maybe even if I want to go all out, then I'll probably put like a handful of nuts, walnuts. So it's more of a higher in fat. When you do low carb, you're really doing high fat because protein is a very neutral macro nutrient. So even if people say I'm doing low carb, then the bulk of your calories are going to be coming from fat. So it's going to be a high fat. And the truth of the matter is, especially if you look at some of these recent, are y'all hearing me pretty well, or is it pretty low?
It's pretty low, but I can hear you. I got my headphones on now. Yeah.
I can hear you, but it's low. It's low.
I'm trying to figure out what do I have to do to make it higher. I don't know. I'll play with it because I got some new headphones, but let me see real quick.
Can you hear me better that way?
Oh, that's much better. Yeah.
Okay, I had to adjust something. But anyway, when people do low carb, then the bulk of their calories are technically coming from fat. So it's not just, let me just go gulp down a bunch of lard. Oh, there's your water bottle. That's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so you want to incorporate healthy fats. So you want to eat avocado. You could do avocado in your smoothie too, and that helps get it creamy and nice, like you would put a banana in it. In fact, Asian smoothies use avocado more than they use bananas. If you ever go to the mall, they use avocado in their smoothies. And like at the bubble tea kiosk, they use avocado. But you can also you could do fresh or canned. It just depends on your availability, and a lot of it is more so for like convenience. The canned coconut milk I do use as well, and I just try to find one with nothing but the coconut and the water, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, have you ever tried the real coconut meat inside the smoothie instead of coconut milk?
Yep, you could do that too. Just, you just have to have a good enough blender that will blend it all the way. Because, I had a friend who made smoothies way back in the day, and they made them kind of crunchy and chunky and stuff. The word smooth is the word for smoothie. So give me a smooth smoothie. I don't want to be choking on little bits of nuts and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I do have a NutriBread. That thing is really powerful. I mean, not as powerful as a Vitamix like you have. I wish I can have someday, but right now I have a NutriBread. That thing is really powerful, and it breaks everything. So that would be great.
Yeah, man, I think it'll work. It has been so cold here. I know y'all are laughing at me, but I have been I think it also has to do with the water thing, because I can't imagine Van up in New York with that weather and on water. It makes you just want to drink a hot chocolate or something. But I'm so cold that I'm actually in my bed. I was falling asleep, but I kept, you know how you keep one eye open to see what time it is? And that's when I got up to call in, but I am done, y'all. So I'm not gonna even stay on. I'm just gonna, I'll pop in. I'll listen, but I'm really over it.
Totally understood. Totally understandable. Um, yeah, and avocados are great as a sandwich spread instead of mayonnaise. Like if you're gonna eat like a burger or something, believe it or not, if you mashed up like a nice soft avocado and spread it, it actually it enhances the taste of the sandwich. So that's a great alternative. Um, but yeah, I guess we don't have to stay on too long, but just wanted to cover some things. You know, we're really deep into the pocket right now, so you want to use this time for a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation right now. That'll get you through. A lot of going inside, listening to your inner voice, self-awareness, and get those downloads. They're there, they're there. The best downloads come from God, from the universe. When you're fasting the way that this group is, um, if you really just fall back and just go inside, you probably will hear, you'll hear a lot of things. You'll hear your calling, you'll hear your intuition. You'll be very, very privy to what's going on. Like a lot of people don't understand because they're not doing this, so they don't get it. But it's like you're really discovering yourself for the first time. The deeper you go in. I believe that we already have everything that we want. They say, ask and it shall be given. I think that's the way they put it. I believe that you already have it, but I think what happens with us is that our beliefs tell us we don't. Like if you're broke or whatever, and that's your reality in your mind, you're broke. So you're gonna not believe. If you do affirmations, it's gonna come off as a lie. But if you can find a way to have faith, I believe that you can manifest almost anything. I'm working on that. And I have faith, and it can happen tomorrow, it can happen 5 years from now. But I think the more you channel into that positive energy, you get yourself out of whatever predicament you're in. I just believe that. I believe I'm, connecting with my higher self in a lot of different ways, that I never even thought about before. But all I want to say, is, if you wanna shine, if you wanna glow, I mean, you should see the women on this call. Like, they're hiding behind their avatars, but if you check out some of the earlier calls, or if you come forward with us, you'll see how they shine. Like Sky shines, she glows. Claire does too, and so does Mickey. And if you want to glow like that, believe it or not, a water fast will do that for you. If you want to raise your frequency, if you want to connect with your higher self and your guardians, if you're really in tune, it'll happen. If you want to clean yourself out internally, there's no better way. If you want to really love and appreciate yourself deeper, and fall in love with yourself, believe it or not, it'll happen in an extended water fast. I mean, all there is you. Like, you start discovering things about yourself that that you've never even noticed before. A lot of the stuff we're eating are non-foods and items that have suffered before their demise. And what tends to happen is we're eating that fear, we're eating that anguish. You know what I mean? So, I never saw anybody at McDowell's. I won't say the other name. I'll just say McDowell's. Never seen anybody there channel love into their food. You know what I mean? So I'm rambling, but, I'm kind of saying that you see people out there, they're very angry all the time. They're very upset. It has a lot to do with what they're eating. It's got to, because the foods are ingested with steroids and all kinds of things to combat the effects of the antibiotics that they're giving it, and we're eating that stuff, and it's got to have an effect on us. So I mean, I'm really going to make an attempt once this is over to really try to stay more on the side of living. I mean, I'm not saying I'll probably be 100% vegan right now, but I will most certainly never go back to the way I was before, you know. So if anybody wants to share on top of that, we most appreciate it.
I completely agree with you, Ben, because I mean, even we try our very best to eat clean and healthy, but still, I mean, food nowadays is some type of chemical or poison, you know, and also it's not the food we ingest, but the air that we breathing, you know, all kind of pollution. So I think that this fast is a must. You must. You know, I learned this time very much. For me, it's like a fasting, and also one other thing I learned is uh, self-hygiene, such as enema. Like say, like Jamaican people, when they grow up, they were taught to be, you know, doing enema to clean yourself. I completely agree with that. So even I get off this fasting, I'm gonna do a periodical fasting and plus enema because I was so shocked to see all kind of stuff coming out of me, and it's gonna be help pretty sure. So, and also regarding about loving yourself, I agree too because I heard that people saying that if you make friends with yourself, you won't be lonely, you know. So
That's right, Mickey. That's right. And also, before, very briefly, how can you possibly love anyone else any more than you love yourself? You know, if you're in love with yourself, then and only then can you really, really unapologetically and without condition love other people. Otherwise, you love them because of what they can provide for you. Whether it's they're making good money, or they can help out with the bills, or they're the father of your children, or whatever. There's always a condition. But when you're in love with yourself, you can really love someone else unconditionally, and that's the only way you can. And I'm learning that. I never really knew that myself. So it's a good point.
That's true. And I believe what you're saying about, it's obvious about the food and the poison that's going into it, and we've got to be careful um, what we're eating, and you know, try and eat organic if we can, as much as we can. I know sometimes the availability is not there. There's got to be a way around it, or like grow your own or something, do something. Because these pesticides they're putting in the food, I mean, like Nikki said as well, it's not just coming from the food, it's coming from the pollution around us, the air we breathe, um, the stuff we put on our skin. We really got to look at what's all in it because it is affecting us. I think I've learned as well, especially on this fast, you become quite sensitive to those things, overly sensitive than you would do without doing a fast. And yeah, loving yourself is one thing, and I'm still learning to do that. But you know, I think we all are. No matter if we've got there yet, we're still learning to do that. Um, Speaking of like health plans, I don't like to call them diets. I was actually researching into al- alkaline food compared to acidic foods. And I found it interesting. I found a chart I posted on Sky's Wellness Center, and I found it really interesting to see again. I have a lot of paperwork actually that I'd like to scan and put on the site. Got to find it. This lady gave it to me, but I did look that up again anyway on the internet, and I found it really interesting what foods you think are like alkaline and what foods you think are not acidic. And the chart goes, I mean, it's up there anyway, but the chart goes from uh, alkaline to moderately to, there's a scale to it, to like moderately to a little acidic to moderately, and so on. And yeah, it was interesting because some of the. I'm not going to say that I'm going to go completely alkaline because I know I'm going to some of the time want to go for like something that's kind of acidic, but I'm going to try and base if I can. We'll see how we go. But my health plan around more alkaline foods. I think that'll be really beneficial. Going back to greens and not just greens, but things that are like going to ground me. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm a bit tired, so.
Yeah, perfectly put. And Mickey brought up an exceptional point about the air quality. Like we tend to overlook that. You know what I mean? We focus so much on what we ingest as far as food stuff, but what about the air we're breathing? What about that? And I think that provides a very necessary point about fasting with every season at least. While your blood is turning, you get to clean yourself out, give your body a break and a rest, and also eating as alkaline as possible because you're already breathing in impurities. So you got to do something to combat or balance it out. You're never going to be 100% alkaline, and I don't think that would even be healthy. I don't think that's even right. But there's got to be some sort of a counteracting there. Otherwise, this is how aging begins. This is how you start breaking down. This is how you start getting sick because, you're never cleaning out. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, guys, we all know it's our responsibility. And I accept the challenge. This is a lifetime lifestyle for me. I'll challenge myself sometimes, and I'll do other 21-day fasts, and I'll do, like I plan to do a 40-day in June with Christopher, and I'm sure at some point I'll go for a 60-day because I want to experience the whole connecting with the universe and the psychic downloads that would provide. Providing that I'm capable of sticking that out. I want to challenge myself for that. But even if I don't do that in the next 3 to 5 years, at least with every season, I could see fasting from 10 to 15 days for the rest of my life. So I accept that challenge. Now, before we sign off, does anybody have anything they want to share?
No, I'm good.
Real good. And before Scott will just sleep on her computer, I think we better sign off.
Yeah. Sky's chilling. I'm gonna call her so that she might be relaxed. Yeah, she might be listening. She's probably in that space right now. I can't wait to get home and get in that space myself. But yeah, just guys, we're there. And we all know what we have to do, and we all know that it's our responsibility to obtain, the health that we wish to, to carry out in our existence and in our life. It's up to you. A pill won't do it for you. No one can do it for you. It's up to you. And 10 days every season is nothing. We've been there. Mickey, you're amazing. This is like your first extended, I believe, and you're doing it like a champ, and that's what it's all about. But there'll be times, believe it or not, that you may not be able to. Your body will tell you not now, and you listen to your body. You have not failed. It's like anything. You can go to 16 days, and your body will tell you that's enough for now. And you'll have to listen. Otherwise, you'll be risking, harm. And that's not what this is about. And you haven't failed. You'll be ready next time. And it's like going to the championship. Somebody will win the championship. Maybe you'll get to that finish line, and maybe this time you'll come up a little short. Doesn't mean you failed. So I just want to let everybody out there know that, that you have not failed. There's a next time. You have the rest of your life to do this. And that's the position I take. If I ever do it and I don't get to the finish line, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'll either do an intermittent and get right back, or I'll just chill out for a little while and then say, okay, in August, September, I'm going to do it again. So I want everybody out there to understand that don't hurt yourself. It's not that serious. It's just about introspection, reflection, cleaning out, and taking responsibility for your own health. And with that, we're going to sign off for the night. Ben Edwards, New York, Sky Juice PR. And I'm jealous of these two people because they're in warm climates too, and I'm jealous of Sky also. We got Claire from Australia, and we got Mickey from Florida. Mickey, you wanted to say something?
No, I just want to tell you thank you. I got you what you're saying, but so far I'm doing great,
Yeah.
So I try as much as sticking with you guys, but I'm definitely I'm gonna listen to my body, So don't worry.
Yeah.
So I guess good night, y'all, tonight, and then see you tomorrow. Take care.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
All right. Take care. See you on the next call. Good night.
All right, peace.
Good night, Claire. Take care. Good night, Mickey. Good night, Sky. Take care. Good night.